All right, welcome. Thank you for joining. This is only like a 5 to 7 minute presentation, but the goal here is for you to walk away with an understanding of how well SUSE works with Nutanix and how well that is a great platform to run applications like SAP on. So I'm going to get this started here. Hold on. Make sure we're on. There we go. All right. So just some background about who Nutanix is. We have over 11,000 customers all over the world. We deliver what's called hyperconverged infrastructure. If you're not aware of that, you will be in the next 7 minutes. But it's a software company, and we've been around for a little over 10 years. So there's this, when you look across IT organizations, there are kind of two big areas of managing the SAP workloads. There's the app owners and developers on one side, and they're trying to have this fractional consumption and be able to innovate faster and be able to roll out new modules, while IT is the infrastructure side's having to worry about control and security and focusing on being efficient, but being faster. And in the end, their goal is really to be more agile, to be more driving business outcomes, right? Not having to worry about infrastructure. And so the app side's frustrated by the speed, the infrastructure side is frustrated by not being able to be fast enough, the complexity that they've had to deal with in the past. And how have they tried to address that? On one side, they may try and go to private cloud, or they may be thinking about the public cloud. But each one has its own challenges based on the way you traditionally have had to deliver this. There's some complexity across storage architectures and IT infrastructure. There's complexity around migration. Yeah, please come in, sit down. There's silos that get created. It's a challenge in how you're going to manage this, whether that's from an OpEx or CapEx perspective. Traditionally, you'd have to buy a lot up front and then grow into it, or you buy from an OpEx perspective, but then you don't always understand all the costs in the public cloud, and you're continuing to pay for them forever. You don't ever get to kind of finish the payment and get to amortization piece. And there's still a lot of manual pieces on both sides. And organizations are trying to do this across multiple clouds, not just the private side, but also at the edge cloud, public clouds, and SaaS delivered clouds as well. And really the goal is to break down these barriers so you can have a seamless application experience without having to worry about how all this is running. And that's what Nutanix delivers, this idea that there's a suite of services that you need to run and optimize, develop, and manage the life cycle of the SAP workloads. You need the infrastructure side, the platform side, being able to support containers, being able to be agile. It needs to be reliable and secure and very easy to manage. And that's what Nutanix is focused on delivering. We take software, we layer it onto commodity servers, and then run the SAP workloads on that. Why this is better than the way it used to be done? We've combined, each server has disk and it has compute power. Our software turns that into a common pool. You just need more, you just add another node. You need less, you can take a node out and put it to some other use. And then they layer these services on top of that. So virtualization, being able to do application lifecycle management, being able to deploy into the public cloud as well. So having the services that are a part of that allow you to develop a hybrid model as well, using this common operating system and this node-based architecture. So what does that look like? You start with as few as 3 nodes. You have your hypervisor and you run your SAP workloads on it. The data is local to these VMs, so that's one of the big benefits of this approach. You don't have to cross across a network, go through a fiber channel switch to get the access to the data. It's all local. Another copy is kept on another node. If you have a failure here for the node or a drive, these others take over and move the workloads. And so you have what is essentially the public cloud experience, but on-premise where you can manage it and you don't have to incur that ongoing continual cost from a CapEx side. And since this is so easy to use, since you use this software to manage all this seamlessly in the background, it's a much lower OpEx as well. And so Nutanix certified for both HANA and traditional classic deployments. It's not just about the day 2 operations, which I just talked about, but it's also this ability to plan and very easily scale, roll out faster with DevTest. You can make copies of HANA databases in minutes, have them rolled out. You can provide that as self-service to the developer team. So it really gets back to addressing that struggle across an organization. It uses a very intuitive interface. So within this, I'm able to see what's going on with my compute, my net storage, my networking, all in one view, so I can troubleshoot if an application server is not running well. And I can do that very easily. Instead of in the past, I might have had to go to the server team and get a report, go to the storage team and get a report, and the network team, and then try and correlate all those together. You can use this forecasting. So what if you want to roll out another module? Do you have enough capacity? Are you going to be able to handle that? So you can do scenarios where you plan on that. And from a SUSE perspective, SUSE is a huge partner for SAP and a leader in the market, and Nutanix is a key partner with SUSE as well. We did all of our testing for HANA on SUSE, and we're the first platform certified to run HANA on HCI, on this hyperconverged infrastructure, this new way of doing it. They're a technology partner of ours, and I mentioned those pieces as well. Just to kind of wrap up, if you want to learn more about hyperconverged, the Gartner Magic Quadrant has a whole coverage at Nutanix.com/Gartner. You can go get the report from there and learn more about all the players, but obviously highly regarded by Gartner as far as our ability to deliver this technology and what it means for organizations. So that is it. Hopefully that was helpful.
Whoa, that was fast. Good job. Look, they liked it. All right. It wasn't 45 minutes long.
That's right.